It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Bengals and the Chargers, and it comes your way next.
We are just a couple miles east of the LAX airport, just off the 405 or the 105 at the beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Los Angeles Chargers. And we are underway in Southern California. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Now it's Herbert. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big play there for LA. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years. The arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
Well, one way or the other, you knew they'd have to push the ball downfield on 3rd and long, but I'm not sure the defense was expecting to push it that far downfield. Their math didn't add up, but it certainly did for the offense.
And the final number on that throw, boy, it traveled an even 69 yards. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Completes it to Samuel. And the Chargers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Here's Herbert. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. This will go as an 11-yard loss there on 1st and goal. Getting into the act on the opening drive here with a sack. And remember, they had 5 last week.
And they saw that on film, and that meant that they had to get together. Offensive coordinator, quarterbacks coach, offensive line coach, receivers coach, and say, how do we beat this pressure? Because everyone has to win against the defense and get the ball out of the hands of the quarterback very quickly.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Now a handoff here to his running back. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Play number 8 here on the opening drive. This is 3rd and goal. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way you wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. And this one is right through. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Here come the Bengals now to take over. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
Brandon, it's always nice when you get recognized with an individual award. And he was the AFC Offensive Player of the Week last week. But when you do it in a win, so much the better.
Absolutely. And he was all talking about that win, not so much the award he received on Wednesday.
That's a nice-looking award. I wonder if he took it home, got out of the car, showed it off to the kids in the neighborhood, passed it around. I wonder what he did with it.
Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Working with a 2nd and 3. Off the play fake. Gordon. Man open. That's Jamar Chase complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
On 1st and 10, Gordon. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Drop to throw. He's going to go deep for Beasley. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Got the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups, check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll bring him down right around the 13.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. And this one is incomplete. On is the Chargers punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Going to be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they can very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Operating from the gun, Gordon. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30 and down to the 29-yard line.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Throwing on 1st down. Gordon. It's caught here by Adams. 7 yards, the pickup there. To throw on 2nd down. Gordon going to throw deep for the end zone. And, it's incomplete. That would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. 9-yard line, 2nd and 6. From the gun, Gordon. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Looking to throw. Gordon. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals have taken the lead.
We're still in the 1st quarter, but it's apparent they're going to have to come up with a different defensive game plan for him, because right now he's kind of having his way against that defense and has added a touchdown to the list. How do you slow him down? They're going to have to mix up some coverages, maybe change who's guarding him.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. A 10-play drive that time. And it ends with a Bengals score. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So the hand got inside the face mask that time. Looked like a pretty easy call.
And it was, and we saw this in their loss last week. Penalties at inopportune times that led to their demise.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And they'll run on the inside handoff. Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2. 2nd down and 8. Now a handoff looking right. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He said, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Herbert. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
On 1st down, Gordon. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Gordon.
And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. Back to throw again. Over the middle, complete. That's Adams. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
They'll look to throw again. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
Well, this offense will definitely utilize him as a weapon out of the backfield because he was close to 100 yards receiving a week ago. So they will try to get him the football in space as they did right there.
Looking to throw. Gordon. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. So he stopped for no gain. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Gordon. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there. With touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Tyler Bass now for the point after. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Curtis Samuel and the rest of the offense heading back out there now. He's been good so far to this point in the second quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
They'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the second quarter. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Back to throw here, Herbert. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. To the air again, Herbert. And that's caught inside the 30. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Herbert now. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and forever. Looking to throw. Herbert. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
On is the Chargers punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration. And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. And nice chunky yardage picked up there.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
On 2nd down, Carmichael, and he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll run on 1st down. Carmichael, he'll get only a couple down to the 44. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football.
And you can just see that whole play developing. That's where, as a defender, you just lock in on your target and say, I'm not even thinking about breaking stride. I'm running straight for the belt buckle because where it goes, that's where you find his body. And he's able to get in there and make a great play.
From the gun on 3rd down. Gordon.
He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
Over the middle, that's caught by Chase.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes, when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And Beasley with it over the middle. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
Come on, baby, we got to do our job. We got to do our job.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Off play action. Gordon. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Gordon. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Back to throw. Gordon. This is caught. Touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Pass on for the extra point.
And it's 21-3. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it ends with a Bengals score. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Let's go, Bengals. Let's go.
Justin Herbert and the rest of the Charger offense set to take over once more.
And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Jonathan Abram able to make the play defensively. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first.
So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles.
An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
On 1st and 10, Gordon. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he slings one that's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw. Gordon throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Adams. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Operating from the gun, Gordon. Open man is Higgins.
Gordon's pass complete to T. Higgins.
Good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
2nd and inches. At the Chargers' 3rd.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. And it's 3rd.
On 3rd and short, going with their tight end.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down, maybe by about a yard, as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
2 yards on the play. First down, Cincinnati.
Throwing on 1st down, Gordon. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. On 1st down, Gordon. The left side throw complete to Adams. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 12-yard line.
To throw on 2nd down, Gordon. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals.
His 8th rushing touchdown and 9th overall on the year. And the Bengals take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And they open the lead up now to 25.
Chargers 3.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This fielded right at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Uses the stiff arm. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 42 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 35 on second down. Herbert throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll go down at the 28. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. He finds his man complete. It's Warner. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A big play there on the catch and run.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
It's a nice second effort we just saw there. So I'm trying to get to the end zone, but a lot of times near the goal line, that second effort can lead to disaster. Make sure you hold on to the football because there's going to be guys swarming when you're carrying it.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Now it's Herbert. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Bengals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So this defense, Charles, quite a performance. Not working on a shutout, but they have still yet to give up a touchdown as they come up with the interception there.
But we've seen this from them before because you can move the ball on them through the middle of the field, but once you get into the red zone, that's where they really clamp down. They come up with the interception there, but you know about this crew. They're playing modern defense, taking care of the red zone 3rd downs and getting after the quarterback.
Gordon's throw caught by Higgins. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Here's a handoff out of the gun. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
They'll keep it on the ground. Carmichael, and he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Gordon's throw here pulled in by Beasley.
Complete to number 19. That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and inches.
On 3rd down, Carmichael. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47.
But we tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit, but how about guys who are maulers? Because that's what you want in short yardage situations, and we just saw that occur right there, didn't we?
Vertical, downhill running. A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down.
Mike 48, Mike 48. Let's go. 48.
Back to throw. Gordon. And he'll find Chase on the right side, complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Off the play fake. Gordon. And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers 33.
And a Bengal 1st down.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st down, Carmichael. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
They'll keep it on the ground. Carmichael. And this carry not as productive. He swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Well, this drive, they're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the 1st before he's brought down.
57 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
Charles, you'd say the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Joey Bosa able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22.
From the gun, Gordon. And that's complete to Adams. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
A gain of 8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Looking to throw. Gordon.
And, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. The kick by Bass is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10
at the 20. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
To throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. Herbert on 3rd down now. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Again, Herbert. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
From just shy of midfield, Herbert. Open man is Samuel, complete. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Out of the gun, Herbert. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And the ball is knocked out, and the Bengals grab it. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field.
And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery.
They'll run on 1st down. Carmichael, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Carmichael, and good pursuit yet again by the Chargers as they stuff him behind the line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Off play action. Gordon. And this one caught by Beasley. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the 1st. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And in the early going, the running game, as we see the numbers, it just wasn't on point. Well, now it's gotten more true to form.
And sometimes it takes a little while for an offensive line to get in sync, because early in a game, defenses throw different patterns at you, different formations, different sets, and you might not block them quite the way you want to. But as you start to get into a groove and you figure out what they're doing, now it all comes together, and that's what we're seeing right now.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. From the 17, Herbert. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku.
The tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Joseph Osai. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. He's got it to Williams. That catch good for 5. It's third down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up fourth down now. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They come up on a fourth down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. On first down, Carmichael. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6 at the 45-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Carmichael. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's third down.
On third down, Carmichael. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for Cincinnati, they finish things off in style, putting a bow on a 14-3 regular season. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they go out with a bit of a whimper as they wrap up a very trying 4-13 campaign.
And this front office will have plenty of work to do in the draft and through free agency to turn this ship around.